Hello doctors, welcome. We are once again back with one more dental DIY repair video, that is do it yourself dental repair video. Doctors, today's DIY video is related to repairing leaks and blockages in our three-way syringe, and also when needed how to replace a old three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe yourself. So doctors, this video will be in two parts. Under part 1, we will understand how to repair leaks and blockages of air and water through our three-way syringe. And in part 2, we will try to understand how to replace a old three-way syringe from our dental chair with a new three-way syringe in just less than 2 minutes. So doctors, I am Dr. Tarun Mavadia from the Akshar Dental Academy. Let's begin. Doctors, three-way syringe play an important part in some of our dental treatments. It plays an important part during our OPD process. I find them very much useful in order to decide whether the sensitivity is at the periodontal level, interdental level, or due to occlusal level, and there can be many different uses of them depending on how you perform them. But when three-way syringes do not act properly, we all can remember some of the other disasters by them. Some of such disasters can be air leaking out through it, which will decrease the pressure in our aerator. Many a times water leaking out through it and creating a mess at the floor just below our dental chair. We all have faced this whenever we are trying to clean out a tooth surface and we try to give a air blow and then the patient shouts with sensitivity, or more commonly whenever we try to wet out a tooth or clean out a tooth and then we feel a jet of water stream coming towards ourselves. So all these are signs of some of the other issues related to three-way syringe, and most of these issues can be easily solved by just repairing, that is just doing a maintenance or cleaning of your three-way syringe. And that is what we are going to understand in this first video part. I would recommend you to clean or maintain your three-way syringes at an interval of 6 months to 1 year depending on your use. But by doing so, you can have them perform in a better manner. Ideal three-way syringe should be able to give out water jet streams at a 3 level, low, medium and high. Similarly, it should be able to blow out air at a 3 streams level, that is low, medium and high. But with use, because they are related with water and air, many a times there are scales formed and the springs inside them get jammed up, and then when we try to press them, either we will have no flow or we'll have a huge or a fast blow of air coming out. So if you are facing such issues, it is just a 5 minutes job. You can follow the instructions as shown further and you can easily clean out your three-way syringes and restore their normal function. So this brings us to the first video part, and that is repairing the leaks and the blockages of a three-way syringe. So doctors, as you can see on your screen, here is one of the three-way syringes from my dental chair. As you can see, it has some scales from on top of it, okay, and here you can see this button is for air and the other one is for water. Now here I am trying to press the air stream and there is no air coming. Water is also blocked out, okay. So this is an ideal candidate to check whether it is permanently damaged or it can be repaired, okay. So first we will try to open it up and clean it up. So try to remove your three-way syringe from your dental chair. In order to do that, you need to turn off your air compressor and you need to turn off your distilled water and then pull out the tubings under it. Once you will do that, you will have a three-way syringe like this. Now let us start the repair part. Some of the armamentarium required for it are: number 1, this is an Allen key set, okay. It is easily available at your hardware store and is needed for dental chair repair. And number 2 armamentarium you will need is a plier, okay. So now let us first try to open up our three-way syringe. You will need two type of Allen key. That number 1 will be the smallest Allen key. You can check it, or you need to check it at the bottommost part of your buttons whether it is fitting there or not, and you need number fourth size of Allen key to open up the anterior portion where your nozzle gets attached. So here you can see I'm placing my Allen key inside and turning it anti-clockwise, and it will easily come out. You can see there is a spring inside it. We will keep this assembly aside. Now we will try to open up the air and water switches. So this number 1 Allen key, you need to check whether it is appropriately fitting there or not. Here you can see my Allen key is appropriately fitting over there. So now here we need to just press it, but because of more use it gets jammed up. Okay, so now it will not come out that much easily. So I am going to press the switches and keep an Allen key over it and take help of my dental assistant and ask him to give small pressure jerks on top. I can see the switch is moving little bit, so now we will increase the force, and now here you can see the pin which was attached inside is almost out. If you find more resistance what I am feeling over here, do not just try to pull it. Act smart. Take your air water oil and just give little bit of spray at both the ends of it, and this will just lubricate the ends out, and then you will be able to gently pull it out. So that is what I have done over here. Now we will try to carefully remove both the switches. These switches will have some rubber rings inside it and a spring inside it. Here you can see the switches are not coming out. That is indicative that the springs have gone bad, and you will be able to see. So here one switch is out and the other one is also out. Okay, so now as you can see, this is the switch. You can see so many scales of water getting accumulated on top of it. You can see some debris over here. We will clean it. These are the two switches in a close-up look. You can see so many scales under it, but luckily for us the rubber rings are safe and they are not much damaged, so just cleaning them out might do a job for us. Here is one of the spring through the switches, but one of the spring is missing, so we will have to check back. I have taken help of my loops light, and you can easily see one of the spring inside it. So with the help of a probe we are going to get it out, and this can be one of the reason the switches were not able to bounce back and we were not able to use the three-way syringe appropriately. So now one more hack can be, you can just stretch out these springs yourself. Okay, that is what we do in our ball pens. You can try that hack out too. I have taken these switches in a bowl, and with the help of my sterilium I will just wipe them clean. You need to keep them submerged for few minutes for the sterilium to act on it. You can use any type of alcohol for it. Here are the simpler cotton buds. Now I am trying to clean inside the switch area of the three-way syringe. You can see some of the other debris getting accumulated on the earbuds. So do take your time and clean them appropriately. You can see some of the other debris coming out. Keep on doing it till the swab becomes almost clean. Yes, I have confirmed it. Now I am trying to rub the scales formed on top of the switch. You can take a help of a small blade and try to scrape them off. Now we will clean the outer or the anterior portion. You can see lot of debris coming onto our earbud. So we'll repeat the same process and clean out all the debris from those ends. Now after submerging the switches for few minutes in it, we will again try to give it a second rub and try to clean it. Many a times, especially the switch on the water part will have some scales on it and they might not easily come out. Then you will need to take a help of a blade or a sharp instrument or a probe like over here what I am doing, and you need to gently scrape it. Okay, so you will have to take your time and scrape it out. I think blade will work better over here. Okay, but here the number of scales were very less, so I tried to skip on the blade part, but you can use it. You can use a blade and perform it. So do take your time and appropriately clean out all the scales through it. You can see so many debris falling down onto my dental tray cover. Now again give it a rub and clean them all together. Now we are trying to blow air through each and every entry point and exit point of the three-way syringe. So any type of block or debris present will come out. So give a high blow of air through your another three-way syringe from the dental chair. Now I am placing the switches along with the spring at their end. So here is an assembly you can see, and we will gently press them inside. Okay, and now we will press them and again repeat the process, that is putting the small pin at the hole and then just pressing it. You can take a help of the plier again and try to press it down on its original space. So now here the switches are back again in their position. Now we will try to assemble the anterior portion. Okay, but I forgot to clean out the anterior end, so let us perform it all together again. So we'll submerge it in the sterilium, we'll give it a bath, and then we'll try to scrap it. Luckily for us, there was not much debris over here. We will have a look at the anterior end, and if there are some springs etc missing. As you can see, the central portion, there is a rubber ring. Many a times if that is out, your water can leak through it, so do check it. Okay, here our rubber ring is safe, so we will now close it, and using the Allen key we will again tighten it up, and our assembly is done. We will try to again connect the three-way syringe to our dental chair. We will connect the water tubing to the water mark and the air tubing to the air mark. Here you can see my three-way syringe is connected again. The airflow is back again. You can see the tissue paper is showing the airflow. So that is good for us. We have restored the airflow through our three-way syringe, which was absent earlierly. Now let us check the water flow. The water flow is still absent, so there is some or the other blockage inside the three-way syringe, and because of this reason, unfortunately we will have to move towards replacing the three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe. So doctor, that was all about repairing the blockages and leakages in your three-way syringe. Unfortunately for my three-way syringe, the airflow was restored but water is still blocked. So I will have to move towards replacing my old three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe. Many a times our old three-way syringe are working accurately, but they become unaesthetic. There are a lot many stains etc. And I would like to keep my dental chair and accessories which are in front of patients eye neat and clean. Okay, we thrive on that, and that is what I would like to do. So please do a reality check if your dental chair and if your seating area and if your spittoon areas and if your three-way syringes are not up to aesthetic mark. It is time to change them or clean them or replace them with a newer one. Do that. Everybody likes to travel in a clean car, everybody likes to stay at a clean home, everybody likes to what you can call get a treatment done in a clean and good hospital. So similarly your patients are also expecting to get a treatment done on a clean brand new looking dental chair. So please try to thrive on that. Now let us look at how to replace old three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe. And this brings us to the second part of this video, and that is replacing old three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe. So doctors, as you can see on your screen, we are now going to disassemble our three-way syringe. So I'm going to remove out the anterior nozzle of our three-way syringe. Now I'm going to open the back cover of my three-way syringe. The same process also has to be done earlierly when you were about to repair your three-way syringe. Okay, here you can see there is a watermark and an air mark. So now I would like you to X smart. Please try to mark one tubing. Here I am trying to mark a tubing that is supplying the water out. Okay, so that whenever you are going to reconnect them, it will easily be in the right position and you don't have to think over it at that point of time. Now doctors, before moving forward, I would recommend all of you to shut down your air compressor and to shut down your water supply, and you have already marked out your water tubing line, so there is not going to be any interchanging of the tubings happening. Okay, so here you can see I'm struggling little bit with my tubings. You can use a plier to remove it. Okay, I would not recommend you to cut down the tubing, but do stretch them out. But I think pliers will be better if you can perform them. So here is a plier suggested by my assistant, but luckily for me it was out, but you can definitely go with it. Here you can see as it is out, the tubing with air is giving out air. So just give it a small press like this and you will be able to close it. Okay, so now you can ask your assistant to hold it like this, or you can attach a rubber band over there. Now let us have a look at our new three-way syringe. So this is the three-way syringe I got from dentalcard.com, and that is from Waldent. I think costing of this was around 450 to 500 rupees. It comes with two nozzles. Doctors, I do use both the nozzles. We try to autoclave them regularly, okay, and we try to use them in a different patient as needed. So here you can see the new three-way syringe. It has an anterior hook, it has an air space and water line. So now we will bring our connection and we will pass the posterior cover through it, and now we have already marked our water end and our air end. So we will connect the tubing which does not have any red mark to our air line, and the tube which has a red line, we will connect it below the water switch. And here you can see we are trying to connect it. Please see to it that your connections are up to the end. Okay, here I was not able to make them reach up to the end, so I'm going to take the help of the plier and try to push them gently as high as possible, so there will be a tight connection and chances of air and water leakage can be completely avoided. So now here our connection is done. It will hardly take 2 minutes for you to replace them. Such a simpler job. So now one more mistake which I found is performed by a dental assistant. They will just try to attach the nozzle like this. Please do educate them that you have to press the bigger ring out and then press the nozzle deep inside. Here as you can see it will get tightly knocked on it. So do educate your dental assistant about them. Now here as you can see the water flow is back again in the same line, and you can see a stream of air, and now the water flow is also back. Okay, so I am able to give out a gentle stream and a heavy stream of water also. Now let us see whether it is accurately performing or not. So I will push down some water through it, and now I will give a very gentle blow of air. As you can see, a very minute blow of air. Now I will increase it to the medium speed, and here you can see here is a medium blow of air, and now I will press it very much to the full extent. You can see high stream of air blown. Similarly, here you can see there is a minor stream of air, medium stream of air, and a full stream of air. Again, I can bring it to the medium stream of air and to low stream of air. So this is what an ideal three-way syringe should function like, and it can be helpful to us. Again, checking the water flow, you can see the water flow is slow over here. Here it is becoming medium, and now here I'm going far away, and still the same jet of water will be present. So here I can again spread out my water through medium, low and high speed. So we are all set to work with our new three-way syringe. So doctors, that's all regarding replacing your old three-way syringe with a new three-way syringe. As you can see, it is a very simpler and easier job. So whenever needed, you can refer back to this video and change them yourself. If your dental chair is more than 5 years old, I think it's time to change to a new three-way syringe. You will feel better. It is definitely true, with good quality instruments and properly functioning instruments and equipments, it does make you feel better at your work. It makes you feel like a doctor, and it gets the job done. Okay, so I have struggled a lot many a times with the three-way syringe part, but I was not aware about how to do that, and with my own self learning I was able to perform them. I have one bad habit: whenever anything goes wrong I will try to open it up. Okay, so that is how I have learned this, and I hope it helps you out too. Okay, so doctors, that's all on this topic. So doctors, before ending the video, a small note and instruction. We are having a very excellent WhatsApp community group. There are almost more than 800 doctors part of this WhatsApp group. It is a free group, okay, but it is compulsory for the dentist only. So if you are a new dentist, if you are a practicing dentist, and if you are having similar dental practical issues, you need to be part of this WhatsApp group. And there we daily discuss many such practical problems which are not written in the books, and you don't have anyone to guide you or answer them for you. on a sequential basis. We try to answer questions as possible and as soon as possible and as daily as possible. So you can be part of it, and if you are facing some issues related to dentistry, we can definitely help you out. Doctors, before joining the group, you will have to send us a request. Details of the group are in the description box, so do check it out. But this is the group only for dentists, and we have strict security protocols. So you will have to identify yourself as a dentist with some or the other dental identification proof. It can be your dental degree certificate, it can be your registration certificate. If you are a student, we need your final year mark sheet, college ID. Okay, we need at least two proof from you. Okay, and once you share those proof, we are going to share with you some of the rules for the group. This is a unique group, and we are helping out lot many doctors, and doctors are interested to join the community because it is functioning well. Okay, and for any association or any community to function well, it needs to have few ground rules. So we are going to share some rules with you. Do you need to read the rules and send us a message that you agree the rules, and then once you have done with these steps, we will definitely make you part of our WhatsApp community, and it is going to be the best thing that you can do. In the community, we have many other activities, many other support groups for doctors who are not able to decide on a clinic, doctors who have just started their dental clinic, doctors who are practicing dentistry for more than 10 years. So we'll have different community groups like that. Along with that, since last month we have started our community event. Every 1 month we are going to meet up with an online conference that is going to be free, and last month conference was regarding dental loops. So if you are not aware what are the different types of dental loops, or if you are not aware that, if let's say for example you want to buy a loops today and you are not having any budget problem, then what is the loop that you should get, then you need to attend this free loop seminar, which will be available to you on our online application Teach Me Tuition. Details of them will be shared to you in our WhatsApp community. So do be part of our WhatsApp community, and we will share out the details of these online conferences which are held every month and free for you, and it will definitely improve your knowledge regarding dentistry. Also, doctors, try to understand that whenever you attend something, there is always going to be a hidden agenda behind it. Okay, and through this 1 or 2 hour seminars, you are not going to learn the topic. Okay, I have attended so many such seminars. Okay, so now whenever we conduct our seminar, okay, we are very much frank about it, and we try to be as much practical as possible. So we do not try to sponsor any application, we do not try to sponsor any product, but I would just like to share with you what I have gone through and what I perform by myself. So here in this loop seminar, what was the understanding process, what was the theoretical process that I've gone through, and what actual loop that I use, that is what I'm going to share with you. Okay, similarly the next month topic is going to be aligners for new users. So now in that seminar we cannot teach you how to completely use aligners, but yes, if you are we will definitely make you aligner ready, that if you have a patient, what are the cases, initial cases that you should go for, and what will be the practical steps you need to follow, okay, in order to start your aligner journey. That we are going to 101% help you out, and you will be able to easily convince a patient for an aligner, and you will be able to easily perform what are the things to be done, and then we will give you some recommendations what we have problems you have gone through with different aligner company. When it came to loop, I tried out almost 9 to 10 different types of loops of different qualities available in India, and then we came to a conclusion. Similarly, when it comes to aligners, I have tried out almost, you can call, 7 different types of aligner companies right now in India, and then we have come up to conclusion. Each and every company, see, each and every coin will have two sides. So each and every company will have some or the other minor issue, and then we have come down to solving all those problems together. Okay, so do be part of our WhatsApp community. Here what we are trying to do is, our aim is to make dentistry great in India, and because our why is so much strong, okay, we are going to be definitely turn out to be best whenever or whatever we do. Okay, so that is our main intention, and slowly and steadily we are trying to improve the standards and knowledge etc of all the people in our community, and we are trying to make our community better. But in order to make dentistry great in India, We need some great dentist, self-confident dentist, and in order to get those self-confidence, you need a support group, you need people to help you out. So that is what we are trying to do over here. Please remember, this WhatsApp community is not a time pass community. We do have a separate group for time pass also, but still the main We the Dentist group is a serious group related to any problem you have related to dentistry. So there we can definitely promise things out for you. Okay, so I would want you to be part of it. Okay, and it's free. Okay, so do be part of it. Okay, and it will definitely change out dentistry for you. Okay, so that's all, doctors, from me on this topic. See you all yet in another interesting dental video. Until then, stay tuned to the channel.